Shalom, shalom. I do want to start off by saying all praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, or QADASH. Forgive me, Spirit, do this lesson. I do want to give double honors to the elder and apostle of Great Millstone for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. And this lesson I do want to get into today is about humbling yourself, or not being prideful. The reason being why you shouldn't be prideful is because it blinds you of believing that you're something when you're not, and blinds you of doing something that you really don't want to do. All right, but if you humble yourself and understand what's going on around you, it won't. You won't be. How can I say? You won't be discarded or be destroyed by the thing that's going on. All right, you won't do stupid stuff. All right, because you're humbled, you're meek, you understand what's going on, you're trying to think things through. But when you're a prideful person, you really don't think things through. You just start, doing random stuff just to protect your own ego, to protect your own self-respect. All right? And that's going to be bad because why? Because it's going to lead you to destruction. All right? So this video is just all about humbling yourself. Don't be prideful. Always analyze stuff and humble yourself and be meekful. All right? So the first scripture I do want to get into today is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, a hand that shed innocent blood. All right, in this verse, I want to look into the proud look. All right, and a proud look is a person that always basically acts tough, that acts like he's that type of guy when you're really not. All right, and the reason why I hate that particular person is because when you're trying to reprove him, when you're trying to tell him something, do you think he's going to listen? No. Do you think that particular person is going to take heed to what they're trying to say? No, because he's already thinking that he's that guy. He's that particular person. All right, and what is that going to lead you into destruction? Because since you're not listening to the reproof, since you're not trying to take heed of what's going on, you're going to be led to destruction. You're going to be demised, thrown away. All right, you're going to be confused and lost and destroyed. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, always stay humble. Don't try to be prideful. A prideful look is what is an abomination unto the Lord YAHAWASHI, basically because a prideful person doesn't like listening. They don't like taking reproof. They always want to be in their own head. All right, and since they don't want to take reproof, since they don't want to listen, what do you think YAHAWASHI is going to do to that particular person if he doesn't listen to him? YAHAWASHI basically is just going to utterly destroy that person. All right, so like I said, always stay humble, do not be prideful. Let's grab another scripture I got. Proverbs 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in the heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. All right, because he is not listening to the righteous ways. When you're prideful, you're stiff-necked. When you're prideful, you're like a person with a blindfold on and not listen to nothing that somebody's trying to warn you. All right, because one day there's going to be a time when somebody's trying to warn you from this upcoming destruction, and you're just being prideful, you're gonna go through this upcoming destruction. Just look at the 2/3 Jakes, for example. When the prophets and the highways and byways prophesy to them and tell them what you shouldn't do this, what do the Jakes do? The Jakes just don't listen. Why? Because they believe that they're already special. They believe that they're already in a good life because they're already having, good accessories. They're having this, they're having that. They already believe themselves as something special when they're really not. All right. And since they have believed that lie of themselves of believing that they're special, they're going to be eating nukes because they told themselves a lie. They told themselves they have been prideful. All right. So remember, it's always good for you to humble yourself. It's good for reproof. It's good for correction. It's good for your benefit so you could grow as an individual. But if you're prideful, you can never grow. All right. Let's get another scripture. In Galatians 6, verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. All right, and that's all prideful people. All prideful people believe they are something special when they're really not. They always think they're right when they're really not. They always think they're this type of people that you should listen to when you shouldn't really listen to them, because they deceive themselves. They already think that there is something when they're really not nothing. All right, let's use America for example. Is not America a prideful nation? Is not America a nation that always vaunts saying they're the best country on the planet, even though they don't have the best food on earth? They don't have the best healthcare system. They don't have the best education system. The military is damn near getting weaker every single day, not because of the man, but because of the leaders. All right, that's a good example of a prideful individual, because America always pump its chest up, believing that it's something where it's really not. And since it's been prideful, what has it done? It has deceived itself. It has made itself thinking that it's something special. And now since it has deceived itself and it has been pumping that chest all around the other nation, what do you think is going to happen to America? It's going to be led to destruction. Because later on in the future, what do you think the other nation is going to do to America with that prideful heart, that prideful spirit? They're going to challenge it, and they're going to win. These other nations are going to challenge that prideful spirit that America has, and they're going to utterly destroy it. All right, so it always goes back to you. If you have that prideful attitude, that prideful look, that prideful way, is going to lead you to destruction. You should never be prideful. Always be humble. Look what's going on. Look, understand. Look to understand. And so you could give a proper, how can I say, a proper judgment. All right? Never be prideful. Never try to judge while you're prideful, because you're going to end up being destroyed right soon, right after. All right? Let's get another one. 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of YAHAWASHI, that he may exalt you in due time. Why? Because when you humble yourself, you take reproof, you take correction, you understand what's wrong, and you change yourself. And what's going to happen if you do all those things? YAHAWASHI exalts you, is because you have changed your ways. You have actually put off the old man and put on the new man, which is scripture I told you to do. All right, pursuing Ephesians 4:22. But if you are prideful and you're not trying to hear the reproof, not taking the correction, and you're just trying to do your own thing, you're not going to be exalted in due time, because you wasn't really listening to YAHAWASHI, but was just doing your own thing. All right, that's why scripture says, Matthew 23:12. Let's get that. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased. So if you exalt yourself, being prideful, believing that you're something special, really not, you're going to be abased. You're from be a foolish man. You're going to be left for destruction. All right. It continues on. It says what? And he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. But if you humble yourself, listen to the reproof, understand and see what's going on, you're going to be exalted, because you really examined, you really humbled, you really took your time and see what's going on, and you did the right judgment. And what's going to happen? YAHAWASHI will exalt you in due time, because you have been doing the right act. All right. But if you've been prideful and acting as if you're something special, you're really not going to be exalted. You're really not going to be going anywhere but straight down to destruction. All right. So let's go here. Grace. James 4:6. James 4:6. Salakia. But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, God, YAHAWASHI, resisteth the proud, but giveth grace to the humble. All right. So if you're a prideful spirit, you got a prideful pump on the chest, YAHAWASHI will resist you. He will, how can I say? Yeah, he will resist you. Basically, he will judge you, or he will be against you, because you're against YAHAWASHI. Because when YAHAWASHI gave you reproof, what would you do? You would not listen. You wouldn't take heed. Just like the 2/3 Jakes. When the prophets talk to them, what do? They don't listen. They don't take heed. So what is YAHAWASHI about to do to the 2/3 Jakes, the wicked? He's going to utterly destroy them. All right. And if you continue having that prideful mindset, he's going to utterly destroy you, But he said, but giveth grace to the humble. All right, but if you humble yourself and take in the reproof, you're going to be receiving grace. All right, you're going to be receiving peace. Because who's going to receive the salvation at the end of the day? The humble, the meek, the one that humbled themselves and took the correction in and actually tried to apply it in their lives. All right, but YAHAWASHI is not going to take a prideful man. He's not going to take a man that's resisting against him. All right, he's only going to take and exalt the one that is understanding, listening, and humble. All right, and last scripture I want to get, Proverbs 3:34. Surely he scorneth the scorner, but he giveth grace to the lowly. Who are the scorners? Usually the scorners are the prideful one, the haughty spirit, the cocky spirit. All right, because they already think that there's something special. They already thinking that they're right all the time. All right, and when they think they're right, what do? They start laughing at other people that they think is wrong, that think is this and this and that, without actually trying to listen or actually trying to hear what they're trying to say. So what is YAHAWASHI going to do to that particular person? He's going to scorn them to death. He's going to crash them, make them led to the destruction. All right, so it's very wise for you brothers out there that's listening in, that's hearing, that you shouldn't be prideful. All right, but he gives grace unto the lowly. Lowly is basically the humble. All right, because why? Because they understand, they hear the reproof, they hear the correction, and they try their best to change their ways. All right, and you should be like the lowly. Do not be like the pridefulness. Be the lowly. Don't be the scorners. Be the humble. All right. But Lord, you was edified by this lesson. All right. I want to give all praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for giving me spirit through this lesson. I do want to give double honors to the elder and apostle, Great Millstone, for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.